Niggas,
but I won't stop now.
Get this shit over with. It ain't gonna never stop, niggas.
I love that last line. Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. Man, I want to have. I saw this guest not too long ago, and I was like, man, we need to get her on the show. I wonder what's popping with her. And just so happens that she got a new album coming out, Back to Life, which is out this Friday. This Friday, but she's been putting it down, man. A decorated singer, songwriter. We met her through Destiny's Child. She went on, became a solo artist, put out about 3 different two projects.
This will be my third.
This will be the third project.
This will be the third.
Consistent throughout the years. Won awards for being an excellent songwriter. Just found out that she also was a radio personality as well. She been putting in a lot of work, and she got this new album, which after listening to it, I felt like it was a therapy session where somebody set up a mic and put it in the middle of the room and said, Letoya, what's on your heart?
Yep.
And out came her third studio album, Back to Life. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Nah, I've been a fan since the first project and then the Lady Love project and now this,
Yes.
You've been very consistent. We just haven't really crossed this path.
I know.
Which
This
is ironic.
This is the first, I think.
I think it's a first.
As a solo artist.
As a solo artist.
Yeah, as a solo artist.
Back in the day when, when you was up and coming, still, wet behind the ears. I got a chance to interview you with the group.
A baby.
Yeah,
yes,
you was just a baby. Like literally
15, 16.
crying because it was cold in the studio.
Pretty much.
It's come a long way since then.
A long way.
This album, Back to Life.
Mm-hmm.
When did you lose life?
When did I lose life? Well, thank you, Lord, that I've been able to have life for several years now.
Yes.
But the reason I decided to go with that as a title for the album, or really the title track, because it was my first single. I think after I sat and listened to that record, after completing it and sat in the studio and just listened to it, I was like, you know what? This is where I am right now. This is exactly where I am. Because before I titled it Until Then, and I was kind of in this moment of, just kind of figuring out what I wanted to do and where I was in life. And, I knew I had some growing to do.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to just be patient and wait it out and just kind of like, not to say just exist, but just be happy where I was and be content where I was. But after listening to this record, I was like, you know what? It's time to do me.
Yeah.
It's time to do what makes me feel fulfilled, and get back to that. Get back to what's best for me. I'd given in so many different areas of my life, but especially with music, I missed it. I missed it.
You miss music?
I missed it.
Yeah,
man. So that's why I decided to title the album Back to Life.
The front of the title track, there's this kind of like an interlude. I'm not sure if y'all acted it out or if it was taken from a movie. But it was
so you don't know about the little miniseries?
No, what's the miniseries? Tell me about the
So,
miniseries.
I wanted to do something different with this project, and so I created a mini-series that I co-directed with Michael Vaughn, produced, wrote script, and edited, pretty much did the whole thing. It's my baby. But I wanted there to be a visual for this album. And so I did a 3-part mini-series with 3 different singles from the album. And it co-stars Thomas Jones, who played for the Jets, and now he's gone on to be a very successful actor. But it's a love story. And it gets ugly. It gets really, really ugly. So what you heard was like this argument scene from the miniseries. You can check it out on Vivo, YouTube. It's available right now. And I've been getting a lot of great feedback from that miniseries. But I wanted the single to drop with the visual. To tell the complete story. So it's kind of cool that a lot of people have actually seen the video before,
they heard
the single. Yeah.
Came out. So I'm the other way around.
Yeah. No, you got to see the miniseries.
I got it because what you were saying in that clip about you got to put the phone down, get out the phone. You're gonna miss what you have right here. And that's a conversation I have all right.
See, I wanted it to be relatable. I wanted it to be relatable. As a matter of fact, the whole album. That was my goal. I was like, yo, I want people to see a different side of Toya, get to know me in a different way. I think I've been safe my whole career. And I kind of put myself in a box by being so safe and conscious of everything that I do and politically correct and all these different things that I missed out on allowing people to really see my heart and my personality,
Mhm.
and that I really do go through stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I wanted people to get to know me in a different way with this whole project. So that's for you to say it was like listening to a therapy session.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's what
exactly what I was trying to accomplish.
I got to know you a little better in the track Higher too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
See, that's grown Toya.
that's some grown Toya is a freaky one though, boy. Grown Toya is. You was saying just put it in. I mean, you was saying stuff, fit it in. I'm paraphrasing, but you're saying I'm paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing, but I definitely got the visual from the audio.
It's about his love taking me higher.
Oh, his love taking you higher.
It feels like I'm on a high from, like, I'm sure it's like the equivalent of how people feel high on a drug or something like that.
Okay.
But his love is a drug. That's what I'm saying.
Metaphorically.
That's what. See what I mean?
Yeah. See,
He
we
a
all
writer.
gonna take it. I was
Dirty
like, is
mind.
this Letoya?
I didn't say nothing about
What
putting
are
it
the
in.
elders in her family thinking about this song?
My mama listened to it and she was okay with it.
Your mom liked it?
And I'm grown.
Okay.
So that's why I said I wanted y'all to see another side.
But it was done in a classy way.
Thank you.
You know, it remind me of the Luther Vandross days or Freddie Jackson days.
Yes, come on, Luther.
I'm telling you that I want to have sex with, or make love to you.
Make love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the make love.
All right.
I like that.
I have two questions for you because I saw one of the videos and I really enjoyed it because
Really? Which one did you see?
I think for Back to Life, that was the first
you saw
one.
the first one. You saw
Exactly.
part one. Okay.
Yeah, and I like it because I feel like I just listen to music a lot more. Like people don't put out music videos, or maybe it's just like a lyric video, so I don't get the whole visual. And it brought me into a conversation with my girls as we get older and you look at infidelity differently. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, okay, if I got cheated on, instantly you out the picture. But it's more complicated and layered than that.
Yes.
So since that video has cheating obviously in it, what's your take? Is there ever an instance where you would stay? Have you been the victim of cheating? Have you cheated before?
Absolutely. I haven't cheated before. I'm not a cheater. Listen, cheating is too complicated for me. I can't. I'll see if I say that he gonna go to dirty mind.
No. I'm here. My daughter's over there. I'm not gonna get too dirty.
You know, it's just a lot to juggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta lie about this and lie about that and lie about my whereabouts. I ain't got time for that, man. Like, it's only 24 hours in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna choose to spend mine productively and not trying to, I don't like hurting people. And I know if somebody's really invested in the relationship and if they love hard like I do, I can only imagine how that feels. And I've been cheated on. So I don't want to do that. I did stay.
Okay.
I did stay. And was that the best decision? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think that I'm not going to say once a cheater, always a cheater. But I will say that, I think it made him feel comfortable, like he just could. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she forgave me for it.
Right.
You know, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to say I'm sorry. I'm going to send the flowers. I'm going to come over. We're going to take the trip.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy some, which that doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't remove the pain. It doesn't do anything for that. And then you got to rebuild. You know what I mean? Rebuild the trust that was lost. So I just say, why complicate things? Like, be honest. I'm all for an honest conversation. Like, I'd rather communicate, hey, my heart ain't here no more. Like, I'm not feeling this. I don't want to hurt you. So let's talk about this. I'm all about communication, which is what you saw in the video.
Exactly.
After I saw that, that moment in the cafe, I pulled him to the side like, hey, yo, this made me feel uncomfortable. Let's talk about it. And when he reacted in that way and he was defensive, it made me go, wait a minute. Okay, it must be something to it. So I'm all about communication. If you ain't feeling it no more, please do us both a favor
and just say
it.
Letoya Luckett.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
What you nodding for, Heather? It's like you like the Muppets. You know, like in the balcony that be nodding when they agree.
I was trying to think about my cheating days. Only time I forgave the cheaters. I forgive you because I was cheating too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, all right.
And then there's that.
Yeah, it's
complicated.
I was complicated back then. So that's when I forgave my cheaters. Because I was out there too, but he just got caught before I did.
So, okay, then is there a conversation of, okay, let's just have an open relationship? I enjoy time with you. I enjoy time with him too.
People do that.
I'd rather that.
I was more like, how dare you? But I
How dare
gotta
you?
keep,
But I-
I gotta keep my
Yeah,
cards
you gotta
real
keep 'em.
close. It's a rule number one, Sway.
It's a dirty game.
It's a
Okay,
dirty
so let me
game.
ask you this, Letoya, because you got married, right? And then you got divorced
Yes.
in a matter of how long?
It was a short period of time. I can't really like elaborate on it and go into it, but I will say that, you know, it things just didn't work out the way that we wanted them to. And you know, when you get into a relationship, you can only hope for the best, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And we let the cards fall where they did. And that's I just wish him the best. I that's the chance that you take when you love hard and when you open your heart to someone. And that's for me, I love hard. Like I'm not a person that's like holding back. I protect my heart. I do. I think that's important. Even in the Bible it says to protect your heart. But at the same time, like I'm a person that will love and trust, and when things don't work out, I'm also the person that says, okay, you know what? No hard feelings. You go your way, I'll go mine, and I wish you the best. And I can't live in spite. I can't live in anger and you know what I mean? And I don't allow that to, and not to say we ended badly or anything, but I won't take that with me and bring it into, you know, whatever God has for me next. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say sometimes time is a good Band-Aid, though. Do
Exactly.
you feel like
Absolutely. Time heals all wounds.
Right.
I think that giving it time and giving yourself space is important. Jumping back into something else. And a lot of times we get into something else and blaming the other person and it was all that person, it was all them and whatever. And you don't take that time to fix yourself and take the time to look at yourself and say, okay, what did I do wrong? What can I change? How can I be better? And I did take that time to reflect. But I wish him the best.
You wish him the best.
Yeah, I do.
Why you can't talk about it? Not that I'm just curious. You said I can't talk about it right now.
There's a gag order in our divorce paperwork, and I'm gonna stick to that.
You should.
And honor that.
Okay, I was just curious.
But yeah. And I you know what? I love that though. Because it's no point in talking about it. If me and him aren't talking about it one-on-one, then I don't think it's fair to share with the rest of the world, you know, something that we haven't communicated about. I want to honor what we had and leave it where it is.
Plus, you have that luxury of creative freedom as an artist.
We both do. He's a writer and I'm a writer.
And you're a writer.
So let's just let that
be.
Yep.
When I was listening to Disconnected, which is probably one of my favorite songs on the project.
Can you give me a 5 right now? Because that's my favorite.
That's one of your favorites?
I'm telling you.
Okay,
tell me what you think of it. Go ahead.
Well, I thought it was, I think it's honest, you know, very introspective. It made me think, what was going on in her life when this was written, which I like. I like that connection with an artist and how they choose to express themselves. But I think the simplicity of it is what appealed to me, just the piano, just the voice. A lot of artists are hiding behind all these different devices in the studio where you can't even hear the texture of their voice. So I can't really have that real connection with you with that digital shield that's blocking me from the true essence of your voice. So I felt like this song was that song and it was the last song. And so, you know, you got a lot of great songs on here, but that one made me go, oh shit, I know Letoya better.
See, and I'm not gonna cry because I'm a real G. So I'm gonna just
real G's cry too.
So I don't want to do that this afternoon, this morning, whatever time it is. But that's exactly what I wanted to accomplish in that song. And going into this album, that's one of the first things that I said. I said, I want a song where it's just me and the piano. I just want a song where it's not cluttered with other stuff. I want it to be very simple. And I want people to hear my heart and what I was going through. And it was such a vulnerable moment for me because I'd never done anything like that before. And I know we've all been in a situation, in a relationship where, you know, things are going great and you feel that connection with that person. And all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, something's off, you know, and you don't know how to get it back. And that's what, like, everything you try, it doesn't work. And most of the time it's because that other person don't want it to work. Or, you know, it's just y'all have come to the end of the road, whatever it is. But it's like your heart drops, like the bottom drops out. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted people to hear that. And so I'm glad that you did, and I'm glad that you chose that record, because that's one of my favorites for that reason. I really, that came from a different place.
Well, let's let the people hear it. This is
Oh,
off her
snap.
third studio album, Back to Life, out this Friday. Letoya Luckett.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be watching you while you sleep. Yeah. I've been feeling some kind of way lately.
What a pretty song, Disconnected. Letoya Luckett. The album is Back to Life, out this Friday.
That was my granny's
That was
voice.
your grandmother's voice?
Yeah, that was a sweet surprise. I was like, wait a minute, what is ringing?
She has a sexy voice.
You know what?
Gills.
Granny, he didn't mean that.
She up there, she's smiling on us?
Yeah, she's smiling on us. She's
I
probably
meant
laughing.
it.
She definitely cracking up. She's like, okay, well.
Hey.
Yes.
Do you remember a time? Do you remember other than when you were with Destiny's Child, when we met again?
Again. Okay.
If
You
if
know
you
we've run into each other like 1,000 times, and you really don't.
If you remember
Gonna
this,
do
I don't
my
expect you to
brain.
remember.
You got to give him more than that.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
you always
met,
talk about
year?
the same Sway.
I met this the same year I met Trey the Truth. So we were.
So we were in Houston. Okay.
Forget it. All right. So
Tell
I
me!
Okay. You
No,
guys
tell-
were doing
give
it was a big. It was a big
Car
concert.
show?
Yes. It was in a concert. Zero performed. Trey the Truth performed.
The Los Magnificos car show?
I think so.
It was at the dome.
Yes.
Okay, and you
And-
were in the back.
Yes, and you were in the back, and I was like, "Yo, that's." And I was like, "Yeah, that's Letoya Luckett." And I remember you looked stunning that day.
Thank you.
And I was like, "Wow, hey, we did a brief thing. We're gonna connect one day." And
Boom.
we're no longer
Connected.
disconnected,
We're
ladies
no
and gentlemen. That's what I was
longer.
trying to say.
You set that up just to use that.
Wow.
Sometimes I go around the corner,
Right.
but I definitely get back to
walk
the
up the
front
street.
door.
Scenic route.
All right, go. DB.
All right, yeah, okay. I know we're talking about this great album, but I want to just sidestep for a little bit
Okay.
because I read that you're playing Dionne Warwick in the
Yes.
upcoming biopic.
Yes.
that's dope.
I'm so honored that whoa, this when I tell you, I over the past couple of weeks, because it's been coming up a lot, I'm like, it's starting to sink in. You know what I mean? Because she's an icon. She's an icon, and an international icon, and I'm just so grateful.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, especially the younger generation, probably aren't as familiar with her as they should be. But y'all, she's an icon,
Yeah.
and we have to keep lifting our icons up while they're here. We can't wait to give them the roses, for them to smell the roses when they're gone. And it's a blessing that I'm able to call her up, especially during this process, and say, hey, like, how are you feeling in this moment? Like, tell me a little bit about yourself, and da-da-da. Like,
Once
I'm
you
able
get
to have these
you on the phone with
conversations.
Dionne Warwick?
I am.
Did she just stun on us?
That
I didn't
Yeah.
stunt. That was a light stunt. It was. I'm saying, you know what I mean. I'm just making the point that a lot of times we don't get to honor them until they're gone. They don't get
Right.
these biopics until they're gone. You know
Wow.
what I mean? And I just want the younger generation to know what she did for women like me, African American women like me. How she kicked down the doors for us on an international level.
Yeah, she did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at a time where it wasn't easy, where
Mhm.
we weren't being accepted and we weren't being heard. So thank you, Miss Dionne.
you,
Again,
Miss
I'll tell
Dionne.
her as much as I possibly
Do
can.
you know the way to San Jose?
Do you know how hard it is to sing those songs? Like I
Maybe.
did like we had a session where we were she was kind of like finding what key I should sing the songs in, and
Uh-huh.
she was like, we were going through the records and she was singing them, and I was just like listening, like, yo, you're incredible.
Yeah.
Like, how did you do like, I mean, she's a soprano, alto, something else. I don't know what it is.
She's
and
a singer.
She's a real
Real
singer.
singer.
It wasn't no auto tunes, wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
But yo, I love that lady, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's huge.
Thank you.
My daughter brought to my attention that her acting coach and your acting coach.
Troy? Roland?
And Wendy, Miss Wendy, I used to go to AGC, Amazing Grace, who are Performing Arts Conservatory. And so Miss Wendy and Troy are my acting coaches.
That's everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so Troy's
amazing.
He is, isn't he awesome?
Yeah.
And doesn't he know how to just break that script down and simplify
He really
the whole
does.
process?
That makes me feel so stupid. I'm like, I don't know how to read a script.
That's because he works with Disney kids. I'm like, listen, because I'm an adult, and the way you just broke this, I mean, he has this way to make me memorize the lines so that I'm not thinking about them, so that I can really just kind of live in the scene.
Yeah.
But I met him on the set of Preacher's Kid, which was the first movie that I ever did, first role I was ever casted for, and I didn't know I was getting casted as a lead, and would have to carry a movie on my back as my first role.
Wow.
And when that man walked on that set, and he was like, "This is your script. I'm your savior. Let's go learn." You know what I mean? And he broke that thing down, and every single day I just took it step by step, and he just, before I knew it, it was done. But I could not have gotten through that process without Troy. And he's still my
Say his whole name.
Troy Rowland.
There it is, Troy Rowland.
Yes.
Y'all look
I
him
love
up. You're
her.
trying to get into acting. All right.
I'm curious, real quick, because we were speaking about earlier on in the conversation with your writing skills. And sometimes people forget that because we're in an age where folks just don't write, and that's celebrated.
Yeah.
So as far as like writing for other artists, would you write for anyone? Like if Beyonce called you up, would you consider writing for her?
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Right.
Girl, first of all, it'd take us forever to write a song because we'd probably just be up there talking the whole time and catching up. But absolutely. I haven't done it before, but it's definitely something I would try.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you know, I was thinking about getting in the studio,
Okay.
Letoya. No?
Come get your daddy. Come get your daddy.
Come get your daddy.
That's a first. Hey, Letoya. What's going on back there?
She said your singing voice sounds like a cat taking a leap.
Oh shit!
Why your daughter coming for you, Sway?
I'm on my best behavior, but behind closed. That's how I get at her too. Don't worry. Kiyomi, you want to sing for them? I just heard her sing at her New York debut. You want to do that?
You just gonna put that baby on the
Letoya
spotlight.
Luckett?
If you want to, but no pressure, because I know how that feels. So just whatever you want to do. All right.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was your get back?
That was my get back.
That was your get
my
back?
clap
Okay.
back is crazy.
Dang.
Yeah. Letoya,
Yes.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Walking your truth, creating without fear.
Hey.
It's a liberating feeling.
I'm like, you are saying a lot of my words, because this is exactly what I've been speaking on. Walking in our truth, like that's important, and I feel like I did that in this album.
Yeah,
like it wasn't no producers or A&R team just like giving me records like here, sing this and whatever. I was like, no, I want to walk in my truth. I want to share. I want people to see my heart. I don't want to be afraid. I'm sick of walking in fear. It doesn't help me at all. And how can I dare go around and speak to these kids at high schools and middle schools and girls and boys clubs and share my testimony, but I can't do it through my music?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If I'm going to be open and God has given me this platform to do it, then I have to be authentic, and I have to do it in everything that I do. I can't, I can't compartmentalize where I'm a share. I can't do that. So, yeah.
It's a good time, too, because Mary just dropped her album, and maybe y'all could go on tour together.
So, I'm going to just run out of this room, and I'm going to run around this whole studio. Because, see, I think he got, you know what? I'm going to leave you alone.
The inside track.
Because that's my dog.
That's your dog?
And she brings me good luck. Because last time I was on tour with her, I got a #1 album. And that was my first album.
Well, shit. Wow. But you need to get back on tour with Mary. Get another one. Letoya, congratulations.
Thank you.
All
May 12th, y'all.
May 12th, pick it
up. You can
pre-order
it right now. And if you haven't seen the Back to Life series, make sure you check it out on YouTube and Vivo. It's available right now. Part 1 and 2, Part 3 is coming soon. But May 12th, May 12th, May 12th. I can't say it enough. Or you can pre-order right now. You know. Don't waste no time.
Pre-order. And we want to thank DJ As Is, who's actually from San Jose. That's the same city. For coming through. We want to thank B.O.B.
Yeah.
He got the new album, Ether.
Yep.
He's about to go out on tour as well.
He's going on tour. His first date will be June 8th in Jacksonville, North Carolina at Hooligans Music Hall.
Okay, and pound for pound, UFC best fighter in the world, the one and only Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. We want to thank you for coming through as well. Tomorrow's show, who we got, OQ? Tomorrow's show, who's on tomorrow's show, OQ?
Humdinger.
It's a humdinger.
We got the lovely Ashley Graham.
Ashley Graham coming
Come
up.
on, D-Boys. Is this the quiet storm? What just happened?
That was OQ. You need
Yes.
interludes. You need interludes. OQ, how can they reach you, OQ?
I am OQ on Instagram.
All right, DB.
It's really DB.
Wonder.
At DJ Wonder.
Twitter, Instagram, at It's Tracy G.
I have really quick breaking news coming from the sports world. A judge has agreed to erase Aaron Hernandez's conviction, a 2013 murder case, because he died before his appeal was heard. This story is updating constantly by the minute, but this is huge and pretty much unprecedented. Like this is absolutely crazy, but it's breaking now, going across the wire. I'll keep you guys posted tomorrow for sports.
I believe that means that his family and child will be entitled to what's owed to him from the football team,
From
right?
football,
Which is about $15 million.
And Odin Lloyd's family still have a right to appeal in terms of a civil lawsuit for wrongful death.
Yeah.
But as I said, this is constantly updated. This is a huge story right now, citizens. I just wanted to keep you posted, and I could be reached at the Happy Hour WHB.
Y'all want to talk to Letoya? John Sally is listening too, by the way. He said John said he really
What's
proud
up?
of you and
Thank you.
stay the course. That's our brother.
Thank
You want to talk with Letoya directly? Hit her on social media at
Letoya Luckett, and that's Letoya with an ELETOYALUCKETT.
I'm at Real Sway across the board. Thank you for tuning in. Go to Sway's Universe. That's where we post all our lovely interviews. And if you want to hear them back, go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand. All right. Until tomorrow, we have nothing left to say.
It's Sway in the morning, only
on Shade 45.
Killer.